Somebody found some fake mustaches and it's not at all being a grown-up about it. I'm not a doctor, but I'll take a look. I like my sideburns. I'm Dr. Presley. A funny story. I actually had health insurance before government fixed it. No joke. Thanks, Barack. Welcome to Intellectual Froglegs, home of the all-bacon salad bar. Yeah, I was down for a few days. I went in and actually went into the dentist, and they checked my blood pressure. My blood pressure was so high, the nurse started crying and hugged me. Anyway, we're back now. She says, just like Marie Antoinette. You know what? This episode is dedicated just for you Democrat voters that mocked me as using over-the-top rhetoric when I described Obama as communist. Because, of course, I'm secretly a radical, racist Christian with violent tendencies. Now, this might sting a bit, you lib nuts. Because today's message does not originate from Fox News or Rush Limbaugh or me. It comes from the Russian news agency, Pravda, the de facto press arm of the Russian government. Anyway, Pravda just wrote that with the second term of Obama underway, communism has won in America. No, they didn't say communism was winning. They did not say communism has a good chance to win. Communism has won. Communism has won in America. You pompous, ignorant, dumbasses. And still you're over there saying, you don't even know what communism means. You know what? Just for a moment, assume I don't know what communism means. But I'm pretty sure these Russians do. And I had tip to Joe Miller for this story. They say communism has won in America because America has become an illiterate society. Check out one of the most financially fortunate dumbasses on the planet, Jay-Z, in his Che Guevara t-shirt. You know, Che, the communist mass murderer who actually hated black people. Anyway, Pravda says this illiterate society continues to buy into Obama's lies of less taxes while he's raising them. You know, and which is so absurd anyway. It's like, it only rains on tall people. You short people, don't worry. I'll hold the umbrella. The raindrops keep falling on my head.
How many sides does a triangle have?
Damn, 4.
There's no sides. 1.
I'm a little bit mixed up over the Palestinians and the Israelis. Okay, which one is throwing the rocks?
The language they speak in Latin America is Latin. True or false?
The what?
Name a country that begins with U.
Yugoslavia? With you? Utah.
A country that starts with a U. Utopia.
Who is Fidel Castro?
A singer?
Name a country that begins with U.
A country?
Yeah. What about this one?
What?
The United States of America.
And Pravda also pointed the accusing finger to our Department of Education, which they said was conquered by communism a long time ago. But then they go on. They don't say this is like a light brush with communism by Obama. Pravda says, quote, he is a communist without question, promoting the Communist Manifesto without calling it so. How shrewd he is in America. His cult of personality mesmerizes those who cannot go beyond their ignorance. They will continue to follow him like those fools who still praise Lenin and Stalin in Russia. Obama's fools and Stalin's fools share the same drink of illusion. The Pravda also criticizes the growing government attack on religious freedom, saying that Christianity in the United States is under attack as it was during the early period of the Soviet Union. And then the most chilling part is that they say here in this new United Socialist States of America, the suffering has only begun. Thanks, Democrats.
Bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die.
But everything's politics to these people. Everything. And what's that old saying? You may not be interested in politics, but politics is interested in you. Why do you think they picked some left-wing fruitcake to play Nancy Reagan? The fact they picked Jane Fonda just tells you right there they're interested in historical accuracy. You know, but it's gotten to the point it's almost impossible to discern between government, the media, and the schools. And if Pravda calls them communist, that's good enough for me.
When I get to the bottom, I go back to the top of the slide. Where I stop and I turn and I go for a ride. Till I get to the bottom and I see you again. Yeah.
The government sets its new big agenda, gun control. Watch how the mainstream media falls right in line.
Families of the Newtown families say they are pushing for tougher gun laws because they cannot go back to life before December 14th. They are hoping to do what politicians haven't, and the group talked about that with Scott Pelley on last night's 60 Minutes.
What provisions would you like to see passed in Washington? What do you think will be most effective?
And then the educational system, as Pravda brought up, a fourth grader at Cedar Hills Elementary in Jacksonville, Florida, was forced to write this. Look, it's in crayon. I'm willing to give up some of my constitutional rights in order to be safer or more secure. Yeah, that little kid thought of that. Look, it's even corrected. It's even corrected. Fourth graders don't write this crap. They don't even know what the hell constitutional rights are, especially in our public schools.
So part of it is we have to break through our kind of private idea that kids belong to their parents or kids belong to their families and recognize that kids belong to whole communities.
And, of course, this child goes to a public school where he can't even say the Pledge of Allegiance to his own country.
My name is Manuel Martinez, born in Cuba. American citizen for more than 40 years. I've been through it. I've been there. You people don't know what freedom is because you never lost it. You haven't been the tortures. You haven't been the assassinations. You haven't been mothers begging for the life of their son not to be killed because the only reason they want is to be free. And they kill the mothers and they kill the son. So my way to protest, the way to oppose, is because if we are tangling with the Second Amendment, we are open the same way that Cuba was open for communism, China, Poland, Hungary, Czechoslovakia, Venezuela, on and on. You people don't know what freedom is because you never lost it. Because you never lost it. Because you never lost it.
Now, I never gave a rat's ass what the world thought about us, because in the past it was always out of jealousy over our freedoms. Now, we're the butt of their jokes. We're a laughingstock because of our own stupidity. And quite frankly, I don't even want to be called a conservative anymore, because most conservatives just whine and complain and don't do anything. We're conservative through and through, as long as it's convenient. But conservatives, we don't get anything done. Can you even name the last conservative achievement in this country? You know, we bitch about the media while we tune in by the millions. We've got the greatest of ideas. We know lower taxes increases revenue. We know history is the greatest teacher. Yet here we sit stewing in our own apathy shaking our fists and crying, "We cannot allow this to happen in America." There's a news flash, it's already happened. Those things that would never happen in America have happened. And still, we arrogantly think we're so much smarter than the radical lefties that have created the damage, that have inflicted the damage. And they blame us. They're playing us like a grand piano. We're their best customers. We're their bitches.
Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. You gotta have something if you wanna be with me. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. You gotta have something if you wanna be with me.
Men ni ser oss på måndag igen. Hej då! Oj, gud, vad jag
We're not going to end the show on a negative note. No. Despite all the slanderous revisions by the radicals on the left, America has a rich and proud heritage. How else can you explain going from zero to superpower in less than 2 centuries flat? Freedom. And to you secular government-loving communists who insist that America was not founded on Christian principles, then why is freedom of religion referenced in the first sentence of the very First Amendment, even above freedom of speech? They never answer that. July 5th, 1776, one of our most precious documents appeared in the nation's very first newspaper. This document was also read over the next 36 days throughout all 13 colonies. And it went like this. When in the course of human events,
it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them. A decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, and that all men are created equal, and that they are endowed by their Creator with certain what's that word there?
Unalienable.
With certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
That whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is in the right of the people to alter or abolish it, and to institute new government. The history of the present King of Great Britain is a history of repeated injuries, all having in direct object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states.
In every stage of these oppressions, we have petitioned for redress in the most humble terms. Our repeated petitions have been answered only by repeated injury. A prince, whose character is thus marked by every act which may define a tyrant, is unfit to be the ruler of a free people.
We, therefore, the representatives of the United States of America, solemnly publish and declare that these united colonies are, and of right ought to be, free and independent states, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown.
And for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor. Bless me.
God save our American states!
God save our American states! When I was in school, you know, we used to sing it something like this. Oh, for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain,
name something you feel before you buy it. Excited.
This past week, the world lost one of the funniest guys ever, Jonathan Winters. I remember even when I was little watching this guy, I was like, oh, there's something wrong with him. I like this guy.
A pure television star, Jonathan Winters is unpredictable and original.
As I told you, the cat ate it. That's the way Kitty goes.
I had kind of a different day today. Several things happened I can't tell you about because they'd only embarrass you and embarrass me and have my family going.
We've got to turn back, Wagon Master. My baby's sick. What am I going to do?
How long has he been sick, my child?
For a long time.
Get rid of him.
What happened to your brother? How did he die?
Well, I tell you something. Now, a lot of people ain't gonna believe this, but I'm gonna tell you this. He was what he was doing. See, all my people are. What's the matter?
Well, you're getting a little close. You sure you ain't?
No, nothing the matter. There's nothing the matter with me, Mr. Martin. He's a guy in my outfit was though. He throwed a grenade like that.
Dang it, we're out of time again. You know, I apologize for missing last week, but there's a chance I'll have to miss some more because I'm having some health issues and I ain't no spring chicken. More like an autumn turkey. Anyway, please stop by the new and improved website at intellectualfroglegs.com. I think you'll like it. Now I can hook you guys up with links to my sources, except when I'm just making stuff up. And please sign up for the show alerts. There's also links there to hook up with me on Facebook and Twitter. And thank you for the awesome donations. You know, Intellectual Froglegs is free to watch, but they're not free to make. Everything it needs over at the website. It's poop. Please share the videos with your friends. You know, that's actually just as important as the donations. Use force if necessary, and keep those amusingly disjointed insults coming. You Pravda approved communist bichachos.